Imagine breaking your leg on a Tuesday and walking out of the hospital on Thursday. No cast, no screws, no 6 weeks of crutches. That is the viral rumor coming out of Chinese laboratories right now. A bone glue so powerful it mends fractures in 48 hours. Most people scrolled past this headline thinking it was science fiction or propaganda. But here is the part nobody expected. It is real science. For the last 5 years, whenever we talk about China, the conversation usually drifts to spy balloons, trade wars, or manufacturing cheap plastic gadgets. We see a caricature of a massive industrial machine. But while the world was distracted by geopolitics, something fundamental shifted. China stopped just building our iPhones and started trying to rebuild the human body. Let's go back to that bone glue. It sounds like magic, but it is actually biomimicry. Researchers looked at the ocean, specifically oysters and mussels. How do they cling to rocks in pounding surf without washing away? They secrete a specific sticky protein. Chinese labs are now synthesizing this chemistry to create surgical adhesives that work in wet, salty environments. Like the inside of your body. This is not just about convenience. This changes how we treat trauma. Current orthopedic surgery is barbaric. We use drills, metal plates, and titanium screws. It is carpentry on human tissue. But this new adhesive reaches shear strengths of 2 megapascals. It promotes natural bone growth. It degrades safely over time. It turns a mechanical fix into a biological one. Now, I need to manage your expectations. You will not be buying this at the pharmacy tomorrow. Bone biology still obeys the laws of time. Even with the perfect glue, your body needs weeks to fully heal. But for an elderly patient with fragile bones where screws will not hold, or a soldier on a battlefield who needs instant stabilization, this technology is the difference between amputation and recovery. But bone glue is just the opening act. The real headline, the one that should be on every front page, is the war on diabetes, specifically type 1. We are not talking about better insulin pumps. We are talking about a functional cure. And this is where the sheer scale of the Chinese medical system begins to flex its muscle. Here is the science. Researchers are taking stem cells and programming them to become islet cells. These are the biological factories your pancreas uses to make insulin. They implant these cells into patients, effectively rebooting their internal machinery. Early trials are showing patients reducing their insulin dependency significantly. Some are stopping injections entirely. But here is the strategic twist. It is not just about the biology. It is about the data. China has the largest patient population on Earth. Their hospital networks are centralized. They can run clinical trials with a speed and statistical power that Western researchers simply cannot match. While we argue about regulations, they are iterating, testing, failing, and improving. This leads us to a massive shift in the global order. 10 years ago, the Chinese pharmaceutical industry was a generic drug factory. They copied what the West invented. Today, they are second only to the United States in new drug development. They are moving from made in China to invented in China. And nowhere is this more aggressive than in the fight against cancer. In Shanghai, oncologists are running one of the most aggressive experiments in precision medicine history. They are sequencing tumors with 500 gene panels. They are using AI to match mutations to weapons. And they are using liquid biopsies, finding cancer DNA in a vial of blood before a tumor even shows up on a scan. This brings us to the hardware, the machines themselves. For decades, if you went to a top hospital in Beijing, the CT scanner was German or American. Now, domestic companies are building photon-counting CT scanners. These machines do not just take a picture. They count individual particles of light. The resolution is 3 times higher. The radiation dose is lower. So, why does this matter to you? Because medicine is the ultimate soft power. If China controls the patents for the next generation of cancer drugs, or the cure for diabetes, or the glue that fixes your grandmother's hip, the balance of global influence changes. Your next doctor might be human, but the AI assisting them and the drugs they prescribe might come from a lab in Shenzhen. The question isn't can they do it? They already are. The question is, will the West collaborate, compete, or close the door? Because diseases do not care about borders. And a cure is a cure, no matter what flag is flying over the laboratory. If you want to know more about the specific stocks and companies driving this shift, let me know in the comments. I am digging into the financial side next. Make sure you are subscribed, because this story is moving faster than the headlines can keep up.